Denise, thanks for coming today and thanks for sharing your story. Could you tell a little bit about your story?
Well, my husband and I had greyhounds, and we had greyhounds for many years, and it was normal procedure on a Sunday morning to take them to the Ladbroke sandpits. And on this particular day, it was 1996, 97, I think, around September, October, because it was fine weather. We had 7 dogs from memory in the car, 3 in the car and 4 in the trailer. I had 3, my husband had 4, and we would take them to a particular point in the sandpits on leads, and then we would let them go to free gallop 2 at a time. And just as we got, I was in front because I used to go in front because otherwise I couldn't hold the dogs. They used to pull too hard.
Yeah.
And as I went around these bushes, the dogs were barking crazily.
Yeah.
And they were just going berserk, and nothing unusual because there were lots of rabbits and foxes and things like that. But they were really, really excessively carrying on. And just as we got to these bushes, I could barely hold them. And I went around these bushes, and there was nothing else could explain it but a UFO. And it was a luminous green in colour. It had 6 or 8 sides, not 100% sure whether it was 6 or 8.
So were the sides straight, or?
No, they were on an angle like that. And then it had legs coming down and round. They weren't suction, they were just flat, round things on the ground. And on each side it had, and this may sound a bit odd, but it's exactly how I saw it. It had louver slats on each side, like they do have on a dog trailer. And it was that fluoro luminous green.
And how far were you away from that?
2-3 metres. And it was, the dogs pulled me around these bushes. It was all these bushes and trees, and it was sort of hiding in around the corner of all these bushes. And Roger was behind me, and I just come to a dead halt because I just froze. I absolutely shit myself. I don't know if I can use that language, but I did. And he came behind me, and just as he came, it just vanished into thin air. There was nothing, absolutely nothing, but he saw it too. Unfortunately, he's deceased. He can't tell the story, but he was absolutely shocked, and he was never really a believer until then, but from that day on he believed, and he just said, let's get the F out of here. And he wasn't a swearer. He never said that word, but he was absolutely in shock. And so we just turned around and got back to the trailer and put the dogs in, and we went.
Did you...
shaking like leaves.
Yeah, did you... at that time, when you saw it, did you feel anything in the air like electricity, or was there
Nothing.
any heat, or...?
It just vanished. It was just like... it just became invisible.
So you could actually see through to the other side?
Yeah. Just saw straight through to the bushes like there was
nothing.
There was
there.
Absolutely nothing there. It just became, it was just there 1 minute and the next second it was gone. There was no noise, there was no sound, there was nothing. There was no life or anything around it. It was about, the top was about 3 metre in diameter, and then the sides came down like that. The legs came down from that with the round things. And it was a little bit taller than me, so I'd say 5.5 to 6 foot in height. Not really big. It wasn't real big. But we just thought, who's going to believe us? Went home and told the kids. And the son said, oh, you must have been drinking too much vodka or something. But no, definitely. I know what I saw.
And when you went back to the car, were the dogs still?
Oh, the dogs were going berserk. Dogs were going berserk, and we had a lot of trouble getting them to come away. Okay. You know, even when it vanished into, like it just just disappeared into thin air, the dogs were still barking, but we couldn't see anything.
Had you had any experience of missing time,
No.
headaches, anything like that?
No,
Anything
nothing.
unusual?
No, didn't have anything like that. I think the fact that the dogs were barking, it was, I don't know whether that had anything to do with the fact that it just vanished. Like, I don't know. Had we not had dogs, it might have been different, but no, there was no missing time.
Well, that is a unbelievable, remarkable story. Thanks for sharing.
I can draw it to this day because it's very vivid in my memory.
And we'd like to ask you to do a little drawing, and we'll put that up with the video as well,
Okay,
so that
yep,
the viewers
that's
can see
fine.
that too.
That's